I am Barb Ricci. I am the first records administrator for Los Alamos County. I was hired to create a records and information management program for a county that had a large amount of records stockpiled in a warehouse that was going to be demolished within a year time frame from when I came on board. The education seemed to be the hardest because most people asked me what's a record, what's a non-record, and they kept basically everything. Make them understand or help them understand what we were trying to do, as well as going against a clock to take a large warehouse that was being demolished and take about 8,400 square feet of records that were stockpiled, in some cases 15 high. But the thought process, we were trying to be visionary in terms of saying, you know, in the future these records will be digitized. So how can we take a physical medium as it currently exists and prepare it in the future so we're not having to touch these records all over again.
Barb was faced with quite a challenge of records that hadn't been under a formal records management program for many, many years.
At the time I was thinking that the most cost-effective method would have been to purchase racking, steel racking. And when I met Warren showed me the Spacesaver unit and showed me just how cost-effective the unit was, and you know, of course, that's the way to go. At that point, I spoke to Warren about needing a tracking system so I could easily, again, still trying to convince and educate the county staff on how easily we could improve efficiencies if we did this correctly.
Then my part was to come in and work with Barb on being able to apply technology to help do a couple of things, and really on the access side of things, where we would help be able to find records more efficiently once they were in the Spacesaver, because the records were put into boxes that were just had very little data on them for security purposes. But with the software, you'd be able to type in some key terms or a phrase, and the software, as long as you had the appropriate access to it, would allow you to then locate that record within the box and where that box was on which shelf and which row that shelf was in, so you can precisely get down to that. And then if that record needed to be checked out to a Los Alamos County employee or someone who was authorized to have that record, through barcoding technology, Los Alamos can quickly and easily print a barcode, put it on that folder, check out that folder to someone, which allows them to maintain full custodial history on those records. The system will then notify Barb and her staff of when records are overdue. Will allow Barb and her staff to do inventory on records and see what they have.
So when I say that it took people a week to go find a record, it's that they were having to go through numerous boxes it was like finding a needle in a haystack. Now we can instantly find that record.
We approach our projects from a records management standpoint. The appropriate approach to records management is important to us. We want to see our customers succeed both short-term and long-term with their projects. So to help assure that, we come in first and foremost, like we did here at Los Alamos County, and really sit down with the customer and really understand what they're trying to accomplish, because no two organizations are the same.
I was hired to, create and design a program for them that they never had, and I think that we have given them an excellent head start. And I could tell you the efficiency in Los Alamos County when it comes to accessing records has improved dramatically. If I have the record, they're not going to wait very long for it.
Storage and access has always been and always will be critically important to an organization. And we come in with being the storage and access experts. It allows us to really make a great team and make a project be extremely successful, which it definitely has been here at Los Alamos County.